Hi, I'm Megan.
And I'm Andrew.
And welcome to
Cooking Stage Left,
the show where we teach you how to make something delicious. So what are we making this episode, Andrew?
Well, today we are making a run-of-the-mill crowd pleaser, something everybody loves. We're making deviled eggs.
Yum.
But as you know, deviled eggs can be kind of annoying to make. I'm not gonna lie, right? You know, you gotta boil just right, and then you gotta crack them, and you can't mess up the little shell, and you can't do. So we're making them in a different way. That if this works, you're gonna make them this way forever, right?
Excellent.
We are making deviled egg mini muffins. So what we're going to do is we're going to bake the eggs and the yolks, the egg whites and the egg yolks, in a mini muffin tin.
Okay.
Or a mini muffin silicone.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to pop it all out and put it all together and decorate it like we're decorating cupcakes. And they're going to be cute as hell.
Yes.
And delicious because they're deviled eggs.
Because they're deviled eggs.
And we're going to put our own special spin on them, of course. Because that's what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
Mini muffin deviled eggs.
I'm in.
Enough said.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Curtains up, burners on. All right, so let's go through our ingredients list for our mini muffin deviled eggs.
Great.
And so first of all, eggs, obviously. Yeah, so this is, the whole deviled eggs part.
Yep.
We're going to use, mayonnaise and Dijon mustard.
Okay.
Yep. And then a touch of hot sauce. We're using a sriracha here, just basic sriracha.
Yeah.
And again, this part you can just follow your own favorite deviled eggs recipe.
Sure.
Yeah. And then this is sort of my special add, a little bit of curry powder.
Ooh.
A little bit of curry powder based on a fantastic curried egg salad that I love. So I'm going to use that. Just a dash of cayenne pepper.
Yum.
And then one of our favorites to top it to make it pretty, so we're going to use some everything bagel seasoning, right?
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, it's a little flavor. Yeah. So again, you can use whatever version of deviled eggs you want. The idea is that we're just going to make them really fun into these cute little muffin or cupcake things.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here we go. Let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so for our deviled egg cupcakes, the first thing we have to do is crack a bunch of eggs.
Yep.
We're going to cook the eggs in our muffin tins. Again, our muffin silicone.
Yeah.
Now we prepped this a little bit. First of all, it's on a flat surface because we are using a silicone one. And then we prepped it a little bit more. We put some sort of rows of crumpled up tin foil down there. And I read this, I looked at a couple recipes online, and the reason why you do that is because you don't want the bottoms of your muffin tin touching your pan directly.
Oh, interesting.
Because it's kind of going to burn the bottom of your eggs, right?
Okay.
You want them to keep them nice whites and nice yellows
to
make them pretty, right? So even if you use a regular muffin tin, do this step, right? It's also just easier to transfer this way, right? It's easier to transfer. So you want to get yourself a flat bottom, like a large, cookie sheet type thing. Crumple up some tin foil into some sort of rows there. Whatever works, and then put your muffin tin on top of it, right?
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to crack the eggs, and we're going to separate them now. So in regular, regular deviled eggs, you boil them, and then you have to fussy get them out and everything.
Yeah.
So we're going to separate a whole bunch. We're going to put the egg yolks into this bowl here. Okay. We're going to put the egg whites into this bowl here, and then we're going to put them all in the muffin tin into individual little holes and cook them up. Okay.
Great.
So here we go. So if you've separated eggs before, everybody has their own tricks, but basically I like to crack it open. Oh, I'm going the wrong way.
Oh yeah,
whites go in here. I just said whites go in here, and I just go shell to shell.
Okay.
Boom, boom.
Yeah.
Do, and then you can use a little part of the thing there to clip it off. You get all the white, and in this one too, it doesn't matter so much if some of the yellow gets in the yolks.
Yeah.
Totally. We're not making meringue.
Right.
So it doesn't matter.
Right.
But you want to get as much of each as possible.
Okay.
I'm being fussy with it now, and then we'll just do a whole bunch of them, and we'll play the cute music when we go fast with it.
There we go. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Bloop. So there's one, and then we'll just do all 12.
Uh-oh. Now your yolk broke.
All right, we'll fix that. We'll sort of figure that out.
Okay, cool.
These eggshells are really hard.
They're really fighting me. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, so we're about to fill up our muffin tin here, or our muffin silicone. I'm not going to let go of that joke. But this is the part, like, when you mess up when you're making regular deviled eggs and you, like, you know, mess up the white or whatever, you tear it, like, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it.
Right.
You know, you just lose one egg or eat an egg then.
Yeah.
I got some shell in the white here.
Yeah.
So now I can just, like, go in and take out the shell before we start to do anything. So I'm going to take out the shell.
Great.
Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna drop it on the counter because I'll just clean that later.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's a Julia Child trick. Just make a mess. And
Is
don't worry about
it?
Yeah, she would throw stuff on the floor all the time. And
Awesome.
well, it's funny because I remember watching Julia Child back in the day, and she would just throw stuff on the floor. And you know, she said like, "Oh, I have people back here to help me," and I always laughed at that. I was sort of like, "Oh, that's ridiculous." But then you saw that movie, right, or the show, and she did. She had people under her, like helping her out to like fix everything up.
People like sitting on the floor, like waiting to help.
We just have a dog. We just have a dog down here who sits down and waits for us to drop stuff.
Yes, she does. She's very good at it, though.
Yeah.
She's very diligent. Yeah.
We don't drop anything.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the whites want to go. So the yellows, try and pull one at a time. We did break some of them. So we're going to pull out the whole ones as much as we can and put one in each.
Okay.
So you should have 12, I should have 12, right? Okay. So try and pull out one at a time, and then we'll deal with the rest of them when we're done, right?
All right.
This hopefully, I've seen this trick before, and the yolks hopefully should sort of just stay as one yolk. Yep.
Okay.
There it goes.
There we go.
Boom, there's one yolk.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my trusty spoon here, too.
Good call.
Oop. See, it's kind of amazing, right? That the yolks are still sort of staying.
Yeah.
They're just plopping out, or the whites are even staying.
I'm kind of impressed, honestly.
Yeah. Now, of course, if you do use a regular, like, tin or aluminum mini muffin tin, of course, you want to spray it first.
Oh, yeah.
You want to spray it with some butter, butter or shortening, whatever. Non-stick spray or melted butter. Not bad. You got almost all of them out as one at a time. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about, because you're using a muffin tin or muffin silicone, is that it's contained. So if you have like a little bit more in one versus another, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty good. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to pop them into the oven.
Great.
350. Check them starting around like 16 to 18 minutes. Okay. People vary on time. Some people, anywhere from like 14 to 22 minutes.
Yeah.
But we're going to check them around 14 to 15 minutes and see.
Okay.
And that's it. I think that's the hardest part right now.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's going to be the hardest part. I think. Yeah, we'll see.
What?
I know. Okay. Let's get going.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so our eggs are all baked. It took a little bit longer than we thought. So the yolks took about 22 minutes, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
The yellows actually took the whites took about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So the yolks about 22, the whites, they're cooling right now, but we're going to go ahead and make our egg filling, our yolk filling. So these are, we wait till everything chilled down. So look how easy that is. We just sort of like drop the yolks in there, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay, so the recipe we're going to use, half a cup of mayonnaise.
Okay.
Again, you can use your own deviled egg recipe for this. So half a cup of mayo, 2 tablespoons of Dijon.
Okay.
A little bit of black pepper. I like black pepper, so maybe like a 1/4 teaspoon.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less, but I like it. Great. Do a dash of salt. Put in use the other end of this and put about a tablespoon of sriracha.
Okay, great. Ooh, that's a lot of sriracha.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have some kick.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do about 2 teaspoons of curry powder. And then I'm just gonna do like a hit of cayenne. There. It'd be a pinch. All right. Of course, you can do this all by hand, just mushy it up. But we'll just use the food processor there. Just pulse it a few times.
It already smells so good.
Let's see, we'll scrape down the sides a little bit. Yeah. Now this, for this one, you want to get it like really smooth because we're going to pipe it on like frosting on a cupcake type thing.
Yeah.
So go ahead and pulse it a few more times there. So just scraping it down. So nice and delicious there.
You can really smell that curry powder.
Right?
Yeah.
That makes it really nice. So that's it. Then we're just going to line up our whites when they're cooled, and we're going to make this very fancy and cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there we go.
Perfect.
Boom.
Ta-da!
All right, so our filling is done, and we're using another special tool here. We're using a piping bag. Not necessary. You can just spoon it on top, but we're going to make it kind of cute, or attempt to.
Yeah.
And then our egg whites are all ready to go there. You want everything cooled down, so you want to like make sure everything's cooled. It also comes out of the trays easier when everything's cooled. So we've actually had a long break there waiting for everything to cool down. So now you can just make these cute little like deviled egg cupcakes.
Oh my gosh, that looks so fancy.
Isn't that cute? And when you use a piping bag, if you haven't used one, if you want to pick one up, you basically just sort of like, you're going to squeeze with the hand that's up here. You twist and squeeze a little bit.
Okay.
And then guide with your other hand.
Oh.
So usually this is your strong hand.
Okay.
This is your strong hand, so you're pressing, and then you just sort of guide on there. And these, again, they're going to turn out super cute anyway. So just like, you want to try one?
Yeah, I want to try. I've never tried a piping bag before, so I'm going to see what happens. Okay.
And press it down. Yeah, make sure it touches, makes contact. That's going to stick it. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so cute.
Isn't that cute? Yeah.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Do. I don't mind if you go heavy on the filling too.
Okay.
Just saying, they can go. Like a regular cupcake, the more frosting is fine.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
It also just happens to make a lot. Like by the time you add like your mayonnaise and everything, it just
it does make a lot actually.
So again, with this, we did taste it, and with the curry and the sriracha and the Dijon mustard, it's delicious. It's got a nice little kick to it.
Yeah.
So these are not only like cute as hell little deviled eggs, mini cupcakes, but they're also delicious.
They're totally, oh my gosh, look at how cute that is. That's so adorable. Imagine like pulling up to, like Thanksgiving or the holidays with this in tow.
Yeah. People
are going to be super impressed.
And again, the traditional topping for a deviled egg, people do a lot of like paprika. I'm not into paprika. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. It can be where it needs to be. And again, you can totally do that. You can top these with anything you want, but we're gonna use our favorite sort of like bagel seasoning there. Everything bagel seasoning.
I'm so excited about that.
Are you excited? Yes.
Yeah. I would not have thought of that, Andrew.
I'm also really picturing too, if you want to gild the lily with this, a little tiny cooked shrimp on top would be fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe like bacon.
Just yeah. No wrong answers. This is crazy beautiful. Last little bit there. So look how damn cute and attractive and just fancy those look, right?
Yeah, right?
Fancy there, fancy there.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And now since we did all the chilling earlier, it's not our usual thing where we have to wait for stuff to cool down.
Right.
We can dig right in.
We can just like go for it.
Yeah, dig right in.
Okay.
So
I'm going to take this
there
one
you go.
here.
Adorable little mini cupcake deviled eggs. Yeah. Ready?
Seriously, yeah.
I want all the way in.
It just fell. It just fell all the way in.
Fell all the way in.
Oh my gosh. Seriously though. Seriously.
So good.
This is like so good.
So damn cute. So ready for the holidays.
Oh.
You're going to wow everybody with this. Mm-hmm. To start making them.
Yeah. Seriously.
All right.
This is a winner right here, Andrew.
Yeah.
That curry powder in there, I'm telling you. That is so good.
It's really delicious,
It's like next level. Next level.
Good
and then
stuff.
you get that like hit at the back of your throat with a little bit of a sriracha. Like everything about this is a winner.
Absolutely fantastic. All right, so there you go. Mini cupcake deviled eggs. Once again, I'm Andrew.
I'm Megan.
And this has been
Cooking Stage Left. I'm going to have another one.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to happen.
Yep. It's happening right now.
Why do we only make 12?
I don't know. Why did we only make 12?
Well, we are making a real crowd. Start over. I saw something on the screen that made me think because I can't see the timer, so I was like, is it on?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I can see it.
Usually can't see it.
Yeah. I don't know why. When you were like,
yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. I was like, can't see the timer.
Welcome to the outtakes.